2025 has seen a lot of songs unexpectedly climb from the underground straight into the mainstream spotlight. In this video, we'll look at 8 of the most surprising hits of 2025. Ordinary by Alex Warren. Alex Warren dropped Ordinary on February 7, 2025 as the lead single from his debut album You Be Alright Kid. At first glance, the song's gentle swelling production and heartfelt lyrics don't scream summer smash. Yet it became exactly that and more. Its emotional core, loving someone who makes life extraordinary, connected with listeners on TikTok and brought Alex Warren to the spotlight. He started off his career with the Hype House in 2020, a group of influencers that blew up around that time, but he somehow became a chart-topping artist this year. Ordinary became a juggernaut out of nowhere. It climbed to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, holding the top spot for 10 non-consecutive weeks, a huge achievement for any artist. On the Billboard Global 200, the song also dominated for 10 straight weeks, showing its appeal wasn't just domestic. In the UK, Ordinary racked up 13 weeks at #1, making it the longest running chart topper of the 2020s. What makes the song's success surprising is Alex's backstory. Because of his past as a content creator, his music was not taken seriously at first. But with Ordinary, he rebranded himself, delivering a once-in-a-generation hit. The song's success was his breakout moment, letting him cross over into pop stardom. Love Me Not by Lenae. Lenae's Love Me Not was originally released in May 2024, but its rise into 2025 pop consciousness felt like a slow burn when it finally got its mainstream moment. The song's retro-inspired production, with its soft rock influenced sound, made it feel both timeless and current. On the charts, Love Me Not proved its staying power. It debuted on the Billboard Hot 100 at #81, largely driven by streaming, especially after a surge of virality on TikTok, where users matched it with Solange's Losing You. Over the following months, the song climbed steadily, eventually breaking into the top 10 of the Hot 100, peaking at #7 around July. Beyond the US, it reached #1 in Australia and hit #7 on the Billboard Global 200. The surprising nature of its success comes from how unconventional its breakout was. There was no big rollout. Instead, Love Me Not grew organically, first on social media, then on streaming platforms, and finally on radio. For Ravyn, the song represented a major turning point, her first big commercial hit, and a moment where her more experimental style found its audience. Man I Need by Olivia Dean. When Olivia Dean dropped Man I Need in August 2025, few could have predicted just how big it would become. The song blends bossa nova grooves, soulful R&B, and a clean-looking music video. Her vocals are both tender and commanding, making a powerful statement of self-worth. The song was a creative leap for her, and it really connected with her fans. Chart-wise, Man I Need proved to be a breakout internationally. It climbed to #1 on the UK official singles chart, becoming a defining song of the moment. In addition, it became a hit globally, but perhaps most surprising was its impact in the US. The song climbed into the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100, peaking at #8. This marked Olivia's first ever top 10 on the Hot 100. Her rise was fueled by a mix of streaming growth and radio play, solidifying her status as one of 2025's breakout global pop stars. She followed the song up with hit after hit, really dominating streaming charts with So Easy to Fall in Love and Nice to Each Other, singles from her album The Art of Loving. No Broke Boys by Disco Lines and Tanache. No Broke Boys saw unexpected success in 2025 thanks to a remix by DJ and producer Disco Lines, featuring Tanache's vocals. The remix went viral on TikTok after snippets gained traction, helping the song blow up. The combination of the electronic production, the catchy hooks, and playful message captured the attention of both dance music fans and pop listeners.
No broke boys, no new friends, I'm not pressure, give me my test, ain't no lie.
Chart performance was impressive. In the UK, it became one of Tanache's biggest hits, peaking at #2 on the official singles chart. Meanwhile, in Germany, the song climbed to #3 on the official charts. On the US forefront, it entered the Billboard Hot 100, peaking around #36, and is still climbing. Beyond just numbers, The song's virality felt organic. The success of No Broke Boys show how remixes and social media can turn a relatively under-the-radar song into a global moment. It also showed Tinashe's resilience and adaptability. She has been in the industry for more than a decade, and she keeps getting mainstream hits when you least expect it. Dracula by Tame Impala. Tame Impala's Dracula is arguably one of the biggest unexpected hits of 2025. Released on September 26 as the third single from Kevin Parker's fifth studio album Deadbeat, the song marks a stylistic shift for the project, leaning into disco and electropop sounds rather than the more purely psychedelic or indie tracks fans might have expected. What makes Dracula particularly surprising is its commercial performance. The song debuted at number 55 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming the first ever Tame Impala song to enter the Billboard Hot 100 chart. It has now climbed to number 30 on the chart. It can go even higher. Beyond chart placement, the song's reception was amazing. Kevin Parker told Apple Music that Dracula started in a really raw, minimal way and grew into a polished pop track. It marks a bold turn into house and techno, as the hit exemplifies this shift, something many didn't expect from the band, known for delivering underground smashes. It's surprising not just because Tame Impala hit the Hot 100, but because it became a bona fide pop hit. Folded by Kehlani. Kehlani's Folded is another standout surprise of 2025. Released on June 11, the song is an emotional R&B track built around strings, guitar, and drums, with lyrics talking about longing. When it was first released, it quickly went viral on TikTok, with many fans and other musicians creating covers and remixes.
So can you come pick up your clothes?
It became one of the most talked about songs in R&B circles. Its chart trajectory was remarkable. By August, Folded earned Kehlani her first ever top 10 on the Billboard Hot R&B and Hip Hop Songs chart after the release of a stripped-down unfolded version. Then by November 2025, Folded hit number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100, marking Kehlani's first ever top 10 hit. Commercially and culturally, the song was a breakthrough for her. It went on to climb to number 1 on the Hot R&B Songs in the US after weeks of rising, and even got nominated for 2 Grammys this year. The rise was helped by the Homage Pack EP, featuring remixes with big names like Toni Braxton, JoJo, Brandy, and even Mario, which gave the song fresh momentum and renewed its chart life. For an artist known more for consistent projects rather than blockbuster singles, Folded became an unexpected top 10 hit, showing the power of good music with great melody and great vocals. Burning Blue by Mariah the Scientist. In May 2025, Mariah the Scientist released Burning Blue as the lead single from her 4th studio album, Heart Sold Separately. The song is an R&B ballad that uses imagery and talks about her emotional conflict.
Burning blue.
Mariah started gaining attention because of her relationship, but her lyricism really connected with her fan base. Her songs sound like personal confessions, as she is best known for her writing, not so much her vocals. Burning Blue made significant chart waves. It debuted at number 25 on the Billboard Hot 100, marking Mariah's highest ever position, and her first top 40 hit. It stuck around on the charts, spending half the year on the Billboard Hot 100. It also became her first number 1 on rhythmic airplay, becoming her first radio hit. Additionally, the single helped push her with its early streaming performance. The success of Burning Blue was surprising for a few reasons. Mariah was able to build her dedicated following, and none of her previous singles reached this level of crossover appeal. The song became an unexpected mainstream hit. On top of that, it was certified platinum by the RIAA, cementing its breakout success. The song opened a new chapter for Mariah, one with her introspective songwriting, which could drive real commercial success. She has been one of the breakout artists of 2025 so far. When Legit by Herbo. When Legit first came out in late 2024 as a track from Herbo's mixtape Greatest Rapper Alive, it was not really meant to be a mainstream hit, but by mid-2025, the song had exploded in popularity thanks to viral TikToks. The track's personal narrative, Herbo reflecting on his rise and resilience, resonated deeply with his fans. He was one of the stars of the early 2010s Chicago drill era, and it is remarkable that he has stayed relevant to this day. Chart-wise, When Legit made a modest impact at first, but in recent weeks it has been climbing the charts, going on to peak at number 70 on the Billboard Hot 100. It also climbed to number 13 on the Hot R&B and Hip Hop Songs chart, showing that while it didn't become a top 10 radio banger, it really found its audience. On the commercial front, the single has been certified gold. What makes When Legit so surprising is how an independent drill track with a very personal and raw sound became a breakout moment beyond Herbo's core fan base. His tour also made waves this year, and rather than pushing for a radio-friendly smash, he leaned into his strength and succeeded. In a year dominated by glossy pop, the song cut through, unlike most rap songs this year. Which of the most surprising hits of 2025 did I miss? Tell me in the comments below.